And so, hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Harry Potter 2 for the PS2.
And of course, Salazar Slytherin was a parcel mouth, which means that his heir should be too.
Harry, why were you uncomfortably breathing in that guy's face?
Hello, Potter. Absolutely petrified to speak to you.
I'd watch you. Parcel mouth. Snake. No.
Durr.
You wouldn't want to get caught in some duel without teachers around to protect you.
I love how he found...
let it slip to Potter that you were born non-magical.
Or you might end up like the Gryffindor house ghost.
Well, there is only one way to punish the unbelievers.
Indeed.
The hourglass.
Let's go outside, Harry.
Don't tell me what to do, Ron.
Come on, Harry. Let's
Well,
go to the
I got the bigger stink palette bag for a reason.
This is gonna become my favorite Harry Potter game just because of that.
Just because of the stink palettes, because stink palettes are great. They're
Yes.
worthless, and I love it.
They should be in every game ever.
Like, just in... there is actually an item that that is kind of similar in the last story. It's special ammo for the crossbow, which is literally banana peels. And its only purpose is to mess with people. And it actually still works on the final boss.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. And you can spam it like crazy. We can take over Ron, we can take over Ron. We're just... Oh, look! Shiny trees. Or not so shiny. Very pointy. Very polygonal. But yeah, here I was checking something. Because in the GameCube version, there will be bushes next to the lake. Which will spawn gnomes, like at the very beginning of the game. In the PS2 version, they are present only during the night. Or, if you don't feel like going around the grounds during the night, which I can't blame you for that, it's pretty fucking scary, you can just wait until the end of the game to get the few cards that you can get out of that. Which is what I would recommend, because there are still other people, there are still other things to do after you quote-unquote finish the game. And here I
I'm looking
saved.
forward to this, aren't you? Let's go in.
I saved just because I wasn't exactly sure what's gonna happen.
You know, I've noticed Harry's really out of shape. I mean, I know I brought this up in the PC version too, but like, compared to that first game, man.
Potter. Ready to continue our winning streak from last year. I'm
No.
certain we're good enough, but we're definitely going to have to practice a lot harder. No time like the present, so let's have a run through of the basics.
Your first match starts in 5 minutes.
I love this guy's
When you
voice.
fly through a ring, it adds to your broom's magical charge and increases its speed. Likewise, missing a ring decreases the charge.
This guy sounds like he's giving like an epic tutorial. Like, this is like your life is on the line.
Yeah.
Great going, Potter. Your broom's halfway charged. Keep it up.
I just love his accent. It's so immensely British. But yeah,
Well, I
Quidditch
mean,
Quidditch in this game is nowhere near as good as it
Charged
was.
and you can boost. You can tell when you're ready to boost by the trail of sparks coming from your broom.
Boost.
Pissed.
The Quidditch is nowhere near as good as it was on the
Oh my
PC
God.
version. It's Harry Potter 06 math segments. It's hard to control, but at the very least in this game you don't move quite so fast.
Nasty pieces of work, as you remember from last year. You don't want to
No, I
get
don't,
like
because they weren't in the first game.
In some versions they may have been.
Why
But
throw
yeah.
bludgers at people when you can kick them instead?
And that's another thing, you can't kick people. You can still run into them, but it's much harder to knock
Bullshit.
them out.
But you
Bullshit.
always have to
This
boost to
game
get in a
sucks.
position to catch it.
Nope. Nope. Done. Done. Nope.
Like, you can still hit them, but there isn't a dedicated kick child in the face button.
Why the fuck not?
Great going, Potter. Now grab the snitch.
And this is very easy, you just have to wait until it's next to your hand.
Looks like you've improved on last year, Potter. With this lineup, Gryffindor are dead cert for the Quidditch Cup again. That'll really get
Harry,
our
you mind
teammates
pointing that
moved.
thing somewhere else?
As Hufflepuff are in training as well, they've agreed to take part in a practice game with us. You'll have to compete against their Seeker now, but I'm sure that'll be no problem for you, Potter.
Yeah, Hufflepuff sucks. What?
This just happens during loading screens in the Quidditch Stadium. Harry just randomly gets assaulted by the black screen.
The way that transitioned, I thought the tutorial guy just walked up to him and fucking slapped him for no reason.
He slapped him right into the air.
Just like, get up there.
This is also what happened if you've noticed when we started here. Like, Harry just randomly got hurt when he started this whole tutorial. So yeah, it's actually like
Purple? Oh, shit.
it's actually way harder to hit into people. But yeah, this is I'm not exactly sure if this is better or worse than the GameCube version. Because in the GameCube version you move a lot faster, which makes it a lot more difficult to control. And the controls are maybe a little bit better, but not by much. You see, black screens are bad.
Incredible flying, Potter. Even Madam Hooch would have to give you a good grade.
Good grade.
Good grade.
My
Don't let
God.
Professor McGonagall find out, but here, take this broom and get in as much practice as you can.
And now we more or less have fast travel, which is nice.
So when do we get the mine caught?
Not in this one.
Yeah!
Okay.
That was weird.
Hello there, Hermione. What's the matter? Malfoy showed up while you were practicing in the Quidditch Stadium. He's been made Seeker after his dad brought his way onto the team with a whole set of Nimbus 2001s. Hermione said something about it and he called her a filthy mudblood. A what? A mudblood? It's a really disgusting name for someone who was born of non-magical parents. There are some wizards, like Malfoy's family, who think they're better than everyone else. Anyway, it's a horrible thing to say. If it hadn't been for Hagrid showing up, I'd have cursed him.
He's not worth the trouble, Ron.
I suppose you're right.
Anyway, I'm tired and I'm off to bed. Let's go.
God, you're still horrifying, Hermione.
Also, I love how, like, even during gameplay itself, Ron's AI knew how to follow the road, but during a cutscene, no dice.
Nope.
But yeah, the only places where you can't actually use a broom is right next to where there are, like, say, entrance to the Quidditch Stadium, next to Hagrid's, and next to the Herbology. Otherwise, you can go anywhere, you can fly anywhere, you can land pretty much anywhere as well. Anywhere that does not result in instant death, that is.
Land on the roof.
You can.
Do it. Do it. Land on the roof.
They actually want you to do that, because that way you find secrets.
Good.
Or you get sucked into the...
Oh
This
my.
place truly is magical. So yeah, not everywhere will have a secret, but it's definitely worth flying to a lot of places, because you will find people standing on the roof, which will have mini games. You will find treasure chests hidden around. You will also find torches on the roofs, which we can't really do much with yet. But there are also other things that I am going to be covering during this video and the next one and part of the one afterwards, which is gonna be just doing all of the side quests, because after you get the broom, you can do pretty much all of the side quests that are available in the game, aside from the races, which are locked out until the very end. But yeah, here right now I'm just showing off. I'm showing off where like Hogwarts on the broom in general for the future, when I'm going to be running around like crazy collecting shit. So
what the fuck?
This is one of the items I was supposed to find. It was on the notice board after I handed in the potion vial bag, and this will happen sometimes. It's especially lovely when you get into a tunnel and have Harry fly through it. And here is a person on the roof.
Where's the roof on the person?
I wouldn't be too surprised to see something like that in this game. Yeah, so this is a more complicated version of that same
Harry.
minigame.
Like to throw some gnomes and beat the record? It'll cost 5 beans.
Or gnomes, man. What'd they ever do to you?
Although you didn't beat the record last time, Harry, how about another go?
I didn't even start
It'll
yet!
cost 5
Because I
beans.
cut out.
Oh.
Yeah, because...
You ruined the joke, Nico. You ruined it. You ruined it. It's done. You're done, son. You lose.
Generally, I would advise just saving before you talk to them, because there are actually a couple checkpoints, so to say, on the Hogwarts grounds. So it's not like you're going to be coming back to the entrance or something or anything like that. But like later on, you'll get like you'll have to spend a lot of money on those, and unless you do one other quest first, you only have 50 beans. Thankfully, it is no trouble to do all of these gnome throwing sections with 50 beans, because the most they ask is 50 or 40, if I recall. So they were nice.
The record. Have a wizard card, Harry.
And of course, it's most of these quests are for wizard cards, except for one, which I saved for the last. By complete accident, really, because I couldn't find it at first from my memory. So yeah, what's really nice about the castle is that they pretty much, like from the outside at the very least, they tried to replicate it how it was, how you could see it in the films and whatnot.
Right.
Even though, sadly, you don't really get to truly explore all of its insides until the 5th game. But the 5th game does a really good job at it.
I thought you were gonna go phasing through the wall or something.
So again, wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, look at those trembling mountains. Like they really did have to pull some tricks when it came to the texture work on the overworld here to make this game not crash,
Right.
considering the overall how the overall frame rate works. And you still even have a shadow. How nice.
Why does that thing popping up bottom left?
That's just basically that's remember all, and it's just telling me, hey, you've done all shit and there is to do during the day. Just click on me and you'll be teleported to the next day. But it's just gonna be popping up for a while, because I'm gonna be doing all of the quests. Yeah, basically I am just digging around for now, just to show all kinds of places there are, so it's less confusing when I'm cutting straight to where I need to go. Because the side quests in this game could have been done a lot better. As they are, they're really like run back and forth to the top tower, back outside, to the top tower, back outside, to the top tower, and back outside.
Goodness.
Many times. I think they really could have done it better just by sort of having all of these things be there on the map of Hogwarts, because a lot of them are pretty decently hidden. This place is good to keep track of.
Can't get through there.
Confiscated item storeroom. Because we need
Is
to
that
remember.
where you go if you get caught?
No, actually, this is a place where we get our final reward for doing all of a certain quest.
Why don't you have a go at beating the current gnome throwing record, Harry?
Again.
It'll cost 10 beans.
Yeah, and they get more
Last time
expensive.
you didn't manage to break the record, but this time you might. It'll cost 10 beans.
It would be sad if they would just keep increasing it. But yeah, the gnome throwing here is a little bit more complicated than it was before, because now one of the rings will move around, and if you happen to get two of them at the same time, you get a bonus. And I already beat the record with just one throw. So this is pretty much how it goes. You just get lucky and you throw at just the right moment, and you get a massive bonus. And yeah, the depth perception on this is really wonky though. Like with that last one, I was damn near certain I would hit it, but I didn't. And you see it flying there.
I saw that. Like,
You
what?
managed to beat the record, Harry, and win a wizard card.
Are those gnomes made out of rubber or something?
No, see, there was just a spring at the bottom of that castle.
Like a sonic spring.
Yeah, so you threw them on it.
And they had fun with it. Most definitely, that's exactly what happened.
Hello, Harry. Like to throw some gnomes and beat the record?
Why do all of these different
This'll
students
cost
have the
20
same
beans.
voice?
Even though they're all in the different houses.
Yes. Maybe they're triplets. They just all went to different houses for some reason.
There are actually... okay. That can also happen. Because those boundaries do actually exist. They're not just there for show. That was lucky.
Nice. Dude, it was a screen transition. You can't hit me during that. Cheating.
Well, they're gnomes, they don't care. And you can actually see that gnome just standing around there.
Yeah, in the corner.
Have a wizard card for beating the record.
Ding!
Except unless it's the broom, then it just kind of poofs out of existence.
It was really funny.
I collect famous witches and wizards cards. Do you?
No.
I'll give you card number 75, Mungo Bunham, for number 13, Andros the Invincible.
Here you are.
So, I don't remember. I think I do go back there and trade with all of the other ones. Because I was searching for something else around this place, which the guide has described it as someone standing right next to the entrance will give you the quest, but they mean the entrance to the tunnel instead.
Thanks very much for finding the telescope, Harry. Have a wizard card.
What, no fanfare?
No, you want to keep it quiet in the common room.
Huh. Well, should've expected this quest coming.
Of course.
You know, I'm convinced that Big the Cat and Neville Longbottom are the same person.
Maybe. Although Big the Cat never got sexy when he grew up.
That depends on who you ask, my friend.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and let's eat it now.
Yep. Ah! Frog's leg.
But yeah, and next to the herbology, you can't actually use the broom. As you can see here, I'm trying to press the button, but it's not letting you. I actually kind of like it. I like to think of it as some sort of a anti-students killing themselves in the Forbidden Forest measurements.
Right.
Although, I find it less believable that the teachers at the school would actually do any kind of measurements against children killing themselves.
I mean, after all, we all know the only word of caution we ever got was, if you go to the 3rd floor, you'll probably die. Have fun.
The current gnome throwing record, Potter. Why don't you have a go?
Oh my god, someone
It's
different.
across 30 beans.
I think it's the same guy.
No,
just-
the body is different, but the voice.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. It's the same guy, but he just changed house and ethnicity.
You know, as you do.
Yeah. I'm waiting for this one to get up because, you know, the timer for how long they stay down actually starts from when they're stunned and not from when they get picked up. And time to get lucky. No whammies. God damn it. Well, at least I can still pick him up. Sometimes it will still count them as used up even if they land back in where you're standing. It's a little BS, but well, what can you do?
Nope.
How far is this one gonna? Nah, not quite as far. Only that one was just made out of rubber.
Bing.
2, 3. Wow. Okay, that takes care of that, I guess.
For breaking the
All
gnome
in a
throwing
day's work.
record, you win a wizard card.
It really always takes one lucky throw.
Do you
Well, I
want
mean, it's a
famous
carnival
witches
game,
and
they're always
wizards
rigged.
cards? I'll give you card number 78, Orsino Thruston, for number 98, Dymphna Firmage.
Here you are. Do you want to swap famous witches and wizards cards? I'll give you card number 23, Glenda Chittock, for number 27, Mirabella Plunkett. Okay, let's swap.
I just love the name Mirabella Plunkett.
Do you want to swap famous witches and wizards
Oh,
cards?
no, I don't. Stop asking.
Well, they can't anymore because I took their cards. And the invincible person standing next
Trevor
there.
for me, Harry. I really appreciate it. Have a wizard card.
That's not Neville.
Yeah, that is definitely not Neville Longbottom.
No.
Oh
No,
my
that's
god,
not
he's got the
him.
crazy eyes.
Ouch!
I'll cut you. Measuring scales, Hagrid's hat, get it. Some of them are very straightforward and other ones not so much. This is what happens when you get to one of those barriers. As I said before, you'll just start descending instead of going further. There's actually a lot of things next to Hagrid's place for a lot of those side quests.
I don't doubt that.
Brilliant.
I just kind of find it there.
And you just kind of picked it up with one hand. Those things look heavy, dude.
And here is something I did not catch on camera. And Harry's trying to tell it in sign language. I approached this hole bravely, and then suddenly a card appeared from it.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's like one of the only things that work that way. And music forgot to play it. It happens.
That music's not really fitting when you're just flying around the overworld anyway.
Yeah, I like this version of the track better.
Bounce.
I should
The
also...
gnome-throwing record's there to be beaten, Harry. Why don't you have a try? It'll cost 50 beans.
50 beans.
Jesus.
And this is why you save. But yeah, what I also wanted to say is, in the GameCube version, like I may have said before, you can use the broom, but it's completely pointless because you can't land on the roofs.
Wow.
You also cannot find any secrets that way, and you can only land at very specific landing spots that aren't indicated by anything. You just move everywhere by fast travel, more or less. And this one counts as gone? No, the other one is gonna be. But, yeah, like, all of these quests, like, the ones I'm doing right now, you just access by talking to a girl next to the entrance. And she will, she'll
oh
look
my
at it.
god.
That was amazing. And he's still flying! Oh.
He realized his dream of flight.
That was pretty magical. That one didn't bounce quite as high.
For breaking the gnome-throwing record, you win a wizard card.
And now he's back to his normal look, I see.
And this is the last one we get. There aren't any more, which is nice because, well, you actually do get 2 upgrades for your money. One which will give you one which will let you hold 100 beans, and the other one which will let you hold 200 beans. I, however, get them out of order.
So you get to hold 200, and then you get downgraded to 100.
No, thankfully they don't do that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for getting the measuring scales, Harry. Much appreciated. Here's a wizard card.
Is that Giorno?